Hello everybody, I'm Shari Elise of thewellnessuniverse.com and sharingwithshari.com, and you are hiking with me. How many of you have spent years of your life trying so desperately to get somebody you care about to care about you and love you the same way? Me. I've spent so many years trying to conform, get somebody to mold them into who I want them to be, and not understanding why they're not giving me what it is that I need. And after all of the upset and the crying, and I don't understand why you don't love me the way that I love you, and I don't understand why you don't call me when, if we get in a fight and you're not saying you're sorry, or just to call and say hello, and like, well, guess what, Shari? Because that's not who he is. Or maybe he doesn't love you enough, or maybe he doesn't know how to show it. It doesn't matter what the reason is why the relationship, the person isn't doing what it is that you want them to do. The fact is that they're not doing it. And so what are you going to do about it? Are you going to spend years consistently complaining and whining about it, or are you going to accept it, or are you going to leave? But sitting there begging someone to love you is not really the best way to go, because I can tell you this 100% without a doubt: you are so friggin' worthy of being loved exactly as you are. Because you know what? I used to date people who talked about my neediness. I used to date people who talked about my insecurities. I used to date people who had issues with certain things that I did. And then I met somebody who not only loved all of that about me, but also worked through my issues with me. And see, that's the difference between someone who I believe you genuinely are supposed to be with, someone who truly does love you. And it doesn't mean that somebody you're with, if they can't do that, they don't care about you, but they may not be in the place that you need them to be. And sometimes, yes, it doesn't mean that you walk away and you do work together, but only if that person is willing to work with you. Not somebody who tells you you're crazy, not somebody who tells you to get over it, not any of that. But another important facet in relationships is taking a good look at yourself. Is what you're demanding, requiring, asking of this person fair? Is it about you learning to love yourself through them? Is it about you getting them to show up and be who you actually need to be for yourself? That's the important thing that you need to look at. Because your relationships aren't there to fill holes within you. They're there to just amplify who you are and love the perfection of who you are at the same time that you are as well. It's about two whole people coming together and bathing in the beauty and love of who you are at this moment in all of your glory and even your not so glorious moments. So if you find yourself begging, if you find yourself crying all the time, if you find yourself in a space where you feel like you're not, you know what love is, guys. You know what that feels like. And if it's not feeling right, please take a better look within. You're worthy of having it, whether it's with the person you're with or somebody else. But just know, what would you do if you knew you would never be alone? Would you stay with the person, or would you go out there knowing that the right person's there? Something to think about. I love you guys. Have a beautiful day. And more importantly, a beautiful life. Bye.